Here's a Beyond the Pitch podcast quick hit from the WVSA Digital Network.
There's more than one way to look at, the frequency that an athlete is lifting weights. But the most important thing is that it's consistent. During season, which for a lot of soccer athletes, like I said, they're playing in club. They're also playing in high school. They've got practice at club. They've got practice at high school. There's always a lot going on, but if you can, find someone that's, qualified and able to help you organize those training sessions, there's really no reason that a soccer athlete should not be able to lift at minimum twice a week. My kids at the high school where I am, we lift twice a week through the off season, which is off season for high school, and then once a week when they're in season for high school. But the main thing is that it's staying consistent. And I think that what happens a lot of times is, athletes will be really good in their quote off season. They'll work out, and then season starts, and they think, I can't lift anymore, or I'll get to that eventually. Well, what happens is, they get halfway through season and they think, well, I'll just jump back in the weight room. Well, that can cause a lot of immense soreness because they've neglected to stay consistent with their training. So the soreness is unpleasant. It can, cause you to be stiff. You're doing, unfamiliar movement patterns or movements that you haven't done in a while, can lead to potentially, injuring yourself. And not to mention, the body, if we're looking at it from a biological perspective, training or weight training is a stimulus. So if you're playing soccer all season, and then all of a sudden you decide, well, I'm just going to do a random weight session. Well, now you've introduced a new stimulus into your system and it's not adjusted to that. So, that base level where you were just trying to recover from soccer practice, soccer games, now you've got this new stimulus where your body's like, oh my gosh, now I have this other thing. And it just takes a lot of energy. It can be, really tiresome. So the consistency is really key for athletes. Even if you're in season or even if you've got a busy week, just try to get into the weight room or do some sort of strength training, even once a week, just trying to keep things consistent so your body doesn't go into shock mode and, you don't lose what you've built.